Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of The Art of Racing in the Rain. The Art of Racing in the Rain is actually based off of a novel that follows Denny and his dog Enzo as they navigate their way through life's big changes. Whether it be marriage, babies, or some family tragedy, we follow Enzo as he narrates the life of his humans and helps guide them through life's ups and downs. Now, I'm a racing fan. I'm much more NASCAR though than I am Formula One. I really get into car and racing type of films. I'm also a big animal person. Animal activism has always been something that I hold dear and I really strive towards. And I love dogs. I'm a huge dog lover. I get really attached. They are definitely members of my personal family. And so dog movies automatically get a little bit of leniency from me because I just connect with them really deeply. So when you add in a dog movie with a racing movie, I was pretty excited to see this film, regardless of the trailers and regardless of others' pessimistic outlook toward the film. And I have to say, I actually thought this was really good. So let's go ahead and kick off with the positives. Well, my biggest positive is the heart is there. I think it goes without saying when you go into any dog film, regardless of what it's about, regardless of how the trailers look, you need to just bring your tissues on in. But honestly, I really felt that the heart with Enzo being our narrator and being the kind of beating pulse of the entire movie, the through line that we stay with, was really evident and really infectious. The heart of the film is in the right place. That makes all of the emotional beats, whether happy, sad, or funny, really pay off and hit home. Everything felt earned to me. Honestly, I think it's a pretty solid script. It's not great, it's not revolutionary, but I think that the dialogue mostly feels natural. I enjoyed where the story itself goes, and I really enjoyed that we took our time to stay with this dog and understand the family's bond to him as well as his own bond to the family. And while a little bit silly, perhaps, and sometimes intentionally silly, I think that Kevin Costner's narration was so good. It really fit Enzo the dog, and he kind of just blended in. You felt like you were listening to this dog's consciousness, and I loved how sophisticated it was, and really the kind of message that goes along with this film about dogs being more knowing than we ever give them credit for, and being more in tune than us humans are really in many ways, but also more in tuned than we realize. That's a common thread and a common theme of this film that I thought was handled very well without, getting too wild with it. And then they would break that up with a little bit more silly, never like outwardly stupid dog moments in his stream of consciousness that I loved. Just everything about Enzo the dog was wonderful and amazing. He was so cute at every and any age. What a wonderful, beautiful creature. I loved Enzo. And that's what this film does so well is you really, really connect with this dog and you care for this dog and you're emotionally attached to this dog. So again, they do a great job of establishing him as his own little character as well as his bond and his role within his humans' lives. And thus everything pays off as it should and felt earned to me. I also thought Milo Ventimiglia was really good in this movie. He doesn't have to stretch all that far, but he's just so charismatic and so charming. Obviously, he's so attractive as well, but all of it just works. He felt like a real person to me throughout the film. Amanda Seyfried is also very good, but her part is very effortless, and as are most of the human parts, but the human actors also do a solid job, with a special shout out to Kathy Baker in particular, who gets one of the more complicated and nuanced characters of the film, and I thought she handled it very well. I also really enjoyed how they tied the racing into this dog movie because it primarily is a dog drama. It is an emotional dog drama. It's not really a full-on family film like A Dog's Purpose or A Dog's Journey, where those really appeal to younger audience as well. This is much more of an emotional drama that just centers around this dog. But they really weave in the racing metaphors very well. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Racing in the rain is definitely present in the film, and I enjoyed its incorporation. I enjoyed Formula One's incorporation at large. I also think it was shot beautifully. It looked gorgeous. I enjoyed the perspective changes, and the cinematography just looked very nice and clean. It definitely has emotional manipulation, and I'm sure many people will have more of a problem with that than I did. But as I said before, it's really earned. They really take the time to methodically flesh everything out so that all of these emotions that you're feeling really come naturally. And also, I adored the entire ending of this film. I thought it ended on such a wonderful, beautiful note. I'm not going to say any more, obviously, but the entire end, the entire like last 15 minutes of the movie was just perfect to me. So what doesn't work so well when it comes to the art of racing in the rain? Well, I mentioned Formula One, and the entire business of racing wasn't very realistic. I'm just gonna say it now. I mean, pretty much as soon as the movie starts, I thought, oh, he's far too old to be at this stage in the game, and for us to get anywhere. I mean, he's gonna be, and also ran for his whole career. He's gonna run his local circuit, which is respectable racing, but that's about as far as you're gonna get if this is where you are at that age. And I did think that throughout the entirety of the film of like, oh, okay, this is definitely like movie Fantasyland version of the business of racing. Same thing goes with the law and the court systems and how that all plays out. I won't go any further into that, but it was like nonsense what was going on. Both cases were used to like up the stakes or up the dream factor, but then lost you in the realism as you're like, oh, well, this is definitely not how it works, but I guess we're going with it. And while I thought the human actors did well, most of the human characters are very one note, even including Denny, who is our main human character. He definitely is the most fleshed out. He feels the most real. He seemed like an actual human, but everybody else kind of had that one layer to them, and we never went much further than that, which is fair enough because this is certainly the dog's story, and he's who we follow and who gets the development. And it's through his lens that we're really seeing all of the human stuff happening. But the grandfather of this film in particular was a huge caricature that I was like, oh my gosh, way too dramatic and unrealistic for me. But we gotta push it, I guess, huh? We gotta push that narrative forward and push the drama. I also do think it is a tad bit long. As I said before, it is a drama. And it is an emotional drama for a long stretch. I mean, it doesn't have really much break in being just a straightforward drama. And the entire, at least, second half of the film has emotion injected into it. So I think they really could have cut out some of the middle parts of the movie and we would have still gotten the same great connection with everyone and all the emotions involved, all the scenarios here. But it would have been a little bit more digestible. So overall, I really, really did enjoy the art of racing in the rain. This is an emotionally impactful dog story done well in my book because it has all of the heart it needed and it hits everywhere it needs to hit. It's certainly not for everyone, and I do think some people are going to find it maybe a little bit over dramatic or overstuffed or maybe even too on the nose, but for me, it just worked. And that ending worked so well that it left me on such a high note. I thought it was a well done, nicely executed little movie that tugged at my heartstrings. So if you like kind of sappy dramas, I think you're going to really enjoy this film. And if you're a dog owner, if you're a dog lover at all, I think you're going to love this movie. I don't know that it needs a full price ticket, but I would certainly give this a very strong matinee watch. So, that is my review of The Art of Racing in the Rain. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below, and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on our latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Are you excited to see the art of racing in the rain? What is your favorite straight up animal based drama? Let me know either in the comment section down below or you can hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your continued support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.